Hey guys, this is Seattle Andrew here, and I have the Kindle 3, the third generation of Kindle, and I'm showing it off to you guys, letting you know how it is. Now, this is the Kindle that came out during the holidays, 2010, and it came out for a really cheap price. Now, this is the Wi-Fi version, and it's pretty cool so far. I've been playing around with it a little bit, but I've been definitely distracted by all my other gadgets that I've gotten recently. You have, of course, your page flips, back, forward, as well as on the other side. So depending on however you hold it, you can hold it with one hand and control both forward and backwards. Now, it also has a full keyboard minus the number row. You'll have to use a special function key in order to get those numbers. But as you can see, it's got a really crisp display, and that's all thanks to the Pearl e-ink display. Anyways, has a really good contrast ratio. So I'm opening up World War Z because this is one of my more favorite books. It's about zombies. I recommend it. Anyways, there's no touchscreen. You can't do anything with touch. Don't try. You have to use the page flips as well as the keyboard at the bottom to do any sort of functions that you'd like. When you flip through pages, as you may have seen in other videos, it'll go black and then back to the regular text. And that's so it can essentially wipe clean the e-ink display so then it can print it out again. Part of the beauty of e-ink is it uses no energy, or very, very minimal energy, to stay in the state that it is. When it gets an electrical signal that changes and prints out the new screen, it stays like that. If you never power on the device, if you take out the battery, it'll probably stay just like how it is. Now, on the bottom, let's see if I can show this. You have several things here. The headphone jack. You have the volume keys, you have a USB port, so this is one of Amazon Kindle's proprietary ports and it goes right to your computer, and then you have the sleep wake lock. On the side, there's nothing besides the buttons here, and it's really nice that Amazon didn't just make these page move buttons just on the front, but you can actually push them from the side too. So if you're holding your Kindle like this with your thumb resting on the side, you can certainly just squeeze it and that will change the page. On the top, nothing. Other side, more buttons, yay! Anyways, this is essentially what it looks like. You've got the speakers here on the back side, and you've got all that FCC stuff. Now, why would you need a headphone jack? Two reasons. The first reason is you can always listen to music that you've preloaded on your device. This includes audiobooks. So if you do Audible, sure, you can get audiobooks. I personally prefer reading mine, but if you like listening to books, sure, carry it around like a big, I don't know, Audible book reader. Now, as I had mentioned before, you can also listen to music in the form of MP3s, and you can access that by going to the home screen, hitting menu, and then you have to go down to here at experimental. When you get to experimental, you'll have a whole bunch of pretty neat stuff. You have the web browser. You can play MP3s that you've loaded on your device, and you load them by connecting the USB to your computer and basically drag and drop. There's no sort of nifty program that you can get with this that will just throw it on there. But you can get MP3s and you can get the web. Let me show you the web really quickly, because I don't want to take too much of your time. So you can launch the browser, and this is definitely an e-ink browser. So I'm going to go to Amazon.com. I love it. It shows the progress there. But this is definitely a Kindle-fied sort of interface. Now there's this big box here with a magnifying glass. This is so you can zoom in on a particular section if you'd like. So I just zoomed in where I last was. Anyways, this is what the web browser looks like. Just wanted to give you a quick taste of that. You can also listen to MP3s as I had mentioned, so I'm going to go down to experimental. And, oh no, whoops, I accidentally hit back. Pardon me, let me get back there. So play MP3s, and it plays music. The problem is, there's no interface to play your music. It's not like there's a sort of music application on the Kindle that you can use. It just plays the MP3 files as it finds them. And you don't have shuffle, you don't have loop, you just have forward and back. So you can skip to the next track, or you can go back to a track. And you can find more about that by reading the description about how to do that. It's not great, but hey, if you're gonna listen to music, you at least have that option, even if it's not in a pretty form. And I always prefer options over sort of user-styled experiences. Now, there's also a text-to-speech option, so while you're reading, it will actually read back to you using a text-to-speech synthesis engine. That's pretty nice because if you're too cheap to buy an audiobook, or you're disabled and you need that text-to-speech to help in reading, it's great because it comes built in. And that's with every single Kindle 3. I don't know about the Kindle 2 or 1 if they have that. Probably do, but I don't know. Now, part of the user interface is it'll tell you up here that it's got Wi-Fi, the strength, as well as the battery life. Now, if you see this battery life right here, let me just tell you something. I've had this Kindle in its box for over a month, and it has that much battery life. Hasn't been doing anything. That battery just stays like it is. Right when I lock it, and it just goes to this. And it will use very little battery life. Very, very little battery life, just like this. Anyways, let me stop my music. And this is the Kindle 3. I've been enjoying it. It's really nice. Anyways, thanks for checking out my review. And be sure to check out reviews.seattleandrew for more reviews on devices. Thanks for watching.